Hello guys, so nice to meet you on another video episode. And so in this video we are going to see how to make the thematic Pavilion Expo 2012. So actually this building everyone will know because it's too old, but the design it is not okay. So I like the facade which they did, the way everything. So I want to make the facade detail as well as in the Rhino 3D. So the command which I am using in this will be useful. You can learn something and you can use it anywhere else because this model is an irregular organic shape, right? So let's see how to make the facade and the model in Rhino 3D. So let's go into the video. So the first command we are going to use is it's spiral command. So when I go into the spiral, so before we going into this command we should be sure that you are working in the front tab. Okay, so it's asking for the start of the point. I'm giving 0,0, and now it's asking for the end of the axis. So I'm giving an approximate value for the end of the axis. So yeah, so now it's asking for the first radius and the second radius. So first radius I'm giving as 4 and the second radius as approximate value. Okay, so I want a shape like this, so I'm just adjusting, and yeah, this is fine. So now I'm just selecting the arc and using trim command, sorry, line command. I'm just drawing a line in between the quad that is said to be the wavelength pitch, so that I need to trim that part. So I'm just drawing that line, so I can use this line as the reference for the trimming purpose. So you can also use split command, it's up to you which command you're going to use. So I'm going to use trim command. I'm just selecting and I'm just trimming that part. So this is the part which I need. Now I'm using move command. So it's asking for the point from where it moved, so I'm just giving the point, and the ortho is on, so it will go up and down. So but I don't want the up and down points. I'm just giving 0,0. So now it has been placed in the center origin. So now I'm just selecting the arc and using rotate command or OTA. So rotate, I'm just giving this quad as a reference. I'm making perpendicular as a straight line. So the rotate has been done. So before we go into the next command, I just want to show you something. So in this perspective you can see it's a spiral, but we need a two. When we keep it in a front tab, you will see the two-dimensional, and this is the gray color is said to be the plane. So it is it's like so we need a projection. So in the front tab you can see it is, so I'm just giving project to C plane. So the front tab, so here the C plane is different, though here the C plane is parallel to the front tab. So when I give that, you will get a two-dimensional figure, so like this. So I did this project to C plane in front tab for this reason. Okay, so in the previous video also I used this command, but many got this doubt, so I'm just clarifying this doubt in this video. Okay, so now I'm going to use scale 1D command. So I'm just selecting and using scale 1D. So it's asking for scaling factor. I'm just giving, and I'm just doing the scaling. So this is fine. Now I'm going to use polyline. I'm just drawing a line like this and a line. So the line will be connected because it's a polyline. I'm just drawing a perpendicular line to this and a straight axis with an approximate value. I don't want this, so I'm just yeah, okay. So now I'm using arc from control points. So this is an arc which will come from the control point. So I'm just connecting. So I'm just drawing the outer layer of the structure, that is the wireframe. So as I said before, I'll always go with the wireframe first, then I'll go with the model. So I'm just trying to create the wireframe. So this is done. I'm using trim command. I'm just trimming the part which is extended. So now I'm just selecting the arc. You can see many control points. I don't want those, so I'm using rebuild. So I'm just reducing the control point. There is from 63, I'm just reducing into 20 and the degree of 3. So follow this value because I don't want at last it will give you a headache. So only I'm just changing the control points value now itself. So I'm just changing it with the rebuild command. I'm just pressing OK. okay, I'm fine with the value. Now you can see the control points. So it has been reduced. So the control point has been reduced, but it's an kind of an open curve. So while you're doing extrusion and filler, it will give a problem. So we should match this polyline and this. So I'm going to use match curve, the one in this, like, so match curve, it will match the line, polyline and the curve. So I'm just selecting the polyline and I'm just selecting the curve. So I'm just keeping it positions and pressing OK. So it has been matched, but you don't see any difference because I'm just matching the property only. So I'm just using this command, but majorly they use for another purpose, that is it will join the match. So I'm just drawing a line. So I will show how the match command will work. So I'm just pressing it. So I'm just matching with that. So it will automatically joins it with an with certain value, and you will get a fluid. It will give a connection. So but I'm using this command here because I'm just using for the property, not for anything else. Only I'm using. So when I use this, you will get the fillet command without a problem. So that's the issue. That's the reason I'm using match command here. So now I'm going to scale it. So I'm using scale 1D command again. So I'm going to scale the entire shape, that is the entire form. So I need to be elongated this shape. So this is fine. Yeah, this is okay. So now I'm just selecting the points. So I'm just selecting the points and raising it up. So I'm just selecting the points. You can see in this here, there's the point of the line is also there and the point of the arc is also there. You should select both. So I'm just selecting the entire form again because I'm going to scale it again. So I'm just selecting it. So I'm just using scale 1D because I need a little bit of elongation. So yeah, this is fine. So that's the issue. So now I'm going to use offset command. So I need an offset value of 2. This value is fine, that is 2. So this distance is fine. So now I'm just trimming the lines and extending it. So I'm just extending the lines and trimming. So I'm just going into the perspective tab. So I'm just selecting the outer form and using extrude curve. So I'm going to create it as a 3D now. So I'm just creating the extrusion. So the extrusion has been done. So now I'm going to hide this model and I'm going to select all this and use curve boolean, so that I need a center one. So it will give you a center part as a single curve, joined curve. So this is a useful command. You can use it in many places. So now I'm just unhiding the model which I hid. So now I'm just selecting the inner curve. I'm just creating another extrusion. So now I'm just turning to standard and using boolean subtract, so it's going to subtract. So you got a depth like this. So we got a depth. So now I'm just using solid fillet. Yeah, so I'm just selecting the edges and giving a fillet of 3.5 value. So this is fine, I think so. So now I'm just selecting the above and giving a fillet of 2.5 value. So the fillet has been done on the above and the bottom. So this is the shape which I required with the fillet one. So just have a cross verify with the image which we took. Yeah, this is a little bit same, I think so. So what do you think? So just say it in comment section about the video and about the model. Yeah, so now we need to create the facade. So I'm just using create UV. So I'm just clicking. So you will get a shape like this. So create UV is a command where it will unfold the version. So we got the unfold version of that facade. So we are going to draw what we need in the facade in this two-dimensional figure. Then we are going to, so I'm using a rectangular surface. So I'm just drawing a rectangular surface in this. So now I'm going to use I'm going to edit it. So I'm using rebuild. So rebuild, it's going to give me certain points, control points. So I'm just turning on the control points. So we got the control points. So now I'm going to edit the control points. So I'm just changing it to wireframe, so which will be feel comfortable to edit. So I'm just selecting the control points, the 1 and 2. Yeah, this is fine. And I'm just selecting the control points and raising it up so that you can see a change in the surface. So I don't want these 2 points, just unselecting by pressing the, also I'm just raising it up again, so you get a change in the surface, because when I keep it in shaded mode you can see. So yeah, so this is what I want. So I can little bit, I'm just turning on the points again and changing it to wireframe, and I can adjust these control points again. So I'm just little bit raising it up, so it's kind of a pattern which we require, that facade detailing. So we done with the single element. So now I'm going to use move command. So before using move, I'm going to draw a line here for the reference purpose. So I'm just using move command. So I'm just placing it here. So now I'm going to use linear array. So I'm just taking the command from the left side. Yeah, here, linear array. So I'm just selecting, it's asking for number of items, and I'm giving 20. So this is fine. So yeah, this value is fine. So depends. So now I'm just keeping it in the top view. I'm just selecting everything. So before that I don't need this, so I'm just deleting it all. So I'm just selecting all the surface, and now I'm going to trim the surface. So just select everything. So now I'm going to do scale the surface to the exact size of the facade. So now I'm going to select it again. Now I'm going to trim. So before I did my scaling job, now I'm going to trim it. So I'm just trimming the surface which I don't need. I want a exact facade shape. I want the surface to be in exact facade shape. So I'm just using trim command. I'm just trimming it now. Yeah, so the trimming has been done. So I'm just selecting these two lines and just hiding it, so that which is not required now. So I'm just selecting the entire surface and using control points on. So I get a control points like this, but I don't want like this. I want to be, the control point need to be in the shape of the facade. So this is like a rectangle. So I'm just going to change it. I'm going to use, so the command which I'm going to use in the surface tool. So I'm selecting these facade, that is the surface. Now I'm going to use a command called shrink trim the surface, right? This command, so it will shrink it. So now when I turn on the control point, so the control point will comes to the shape of the facade which we trimmed from the surface. So now I'm going to select the control points on the top row. So I'm just selecting the control points on the top of the facade, not the in between points, all the top control points. See, just see my collection selection and be careful with the selections. Now I'm just going to select the bottom of the facade also. So I need the bottom of the facade. So I'm just selecting the control points of the bottom of the facade. So after you're done with the selection, just use project to cPlan, and now it asking for delete input. I'm just giving yes. So the projection so the command has been done. You can see the flapping which we created is being little bit of joint. So I'm just control Z and control Y. I'm just doing undo and redo so that you could see the changes. So see, you can see the changes. The flap was before it was being open, now it's been a little bit joined and trimmed. So you can see the wavery effect of the facade. So now I'm pressing shift and control and just selecting the edges of the surface. So after you're done with the selection, now again use project to cPlane. In this delete input, just press yes. So now you can see the flapping has been joined to each other. See, you can see the joining. So this is what I required. So now we get a finish, so which I require right now. So now I'm just unhiding the one which I hid, so I need this. So just selecting this facade line, I'm using planar surface, so it gives you a surface. Yeah, the surface has been created. This is fine. So I'm just selecting the facade, and I'm going to use mirror because I need the facade to be outward. So outward and in the opposite direction, so I need in that direction, in the opposite direction, so I'm using mirror command. So in this mirror command, the input values also be there, so we got two facades, so which is like, okay, you can delete after you create, but the thing is we can use another technique, that is use this and use mirror command in this copy, press no, that is no. So you don't, so you are just it's a kind of rotating with the help of mirror command. So we got only one, so this is fine. So now I'm going to use flow along surface, so command. So it's asking for the object to be flowed, and so I'm just selecting the object and unselecting the surface. So it's asking for the base surface, I'm giving the surface which I created by planar surface. It's asking for target surface. Now I'm giving the target surface as a model surface. So you got the facade being flowed around your model. So this command I explained detail in previous video. So we got the model, so I'm just changing the mode. Yeah, it looks similar. So just say your comments on the comment section whether about the model and whether it looks similar or not. And if you didn't subscribe to our channel, please subscribe, because we are going to post many content about Grasshopper and Rhino, so which will be useful for students. Thank you for watching the video. Have a nice day. Bye bye.